Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Movie Madness, the show where I take a movie, break it down and tell you a little bit about where, if I can remember where I first saw it, or my thoughts and feelings on the movie. So it's not really a review as such. If you think this, you stumble across this video think it's a review in the film, it's not a review. I'm just going to tell you a wee bit about it and tell you what I think of the movie and why I like this movie. So yes, you may have guessed it, it is of course Blue Velvet. 1986, the year I was born. Yeah, the year I was born. So yeah, the first time I'd seen this movie, it was actually a friend of my mum's friend. His name was John, and he was like had loads of videotapes. It was all, again, the videotapes pre-era, and he had loads all sitting lined up. And he gave me this video set tape, this VHS tape of Blue Velvet. And I remember he said, "Oh, have you seen Blue Velvet? Oh, you need to check this film out," and all this kind of thing. And my mum was looking at it and it's like, I hope that's not a porno. Because if you've ever seen the cover for it, which you see it on here, it's basically like, you know, Isabella Rossellini lying like spread out and Kyle Maclachian sort of like arm over her. So it does actually look quite tape for a porno or something. But he said, "Oh no, just go watch it. Don't say it, just go watch it." And again, it was like one of these ones I brought home, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I'm interested," because I must have only been about like 15 at the time, 15 maybe 14, maybe even younger, 13, 14. Got to be about that time. Must have been about 2000, roughly the year 2000 that I'd seen it. 2002, 2003. Yeah, definitely 2002 or 2003 I'd seen it. And so again, another one of these ones I stuck on, and wow, it changed my perception and the way I see films. This movie, it starts off dead light, and then it changes into this dark nightmare of a film. Really, in fact, you know, it's if you've never seen it, it really is basically about, it's sort of like a murder mystery type thing. Like this guy who comes back from it's Kyle Maclachian. He comes back from his university or his college or whatever, to look after his dad that's took no well, and also to watch over the hardware store that his dad owns. So doing all this, one day he's walking to see his dad in the hospital. He walks through this field. He happens to find this ear, just half an ear lying there. So he takes it to the police headquarters, and they obviously, you know, say, "We'll get it analysed, and we'll find out more about it." So now that he gets a wee bit involved in it, he finds out that the daughter of the police officer that he took it to, she's played by Laura Dern, and she basically gives him a wee bit of info about what she's heard, bits and pieces, and tells him it all happened in this apartment down here at the bottom of the street. And so he starts to get a wee bit nosy, and he starts getting himself involved a little bit deeper than he realises. And so, of course, one of the big main parts of the movie is played by Dennis Hopper, a character named Frank Booth. And I've watched a lot of Dennis Hopper movies, and I can honestly say I think this was his best performance in a role that he's done, and continue to be the best villain he's ever created in any movie. And so, yeah, the film starts off dead light, and then quickly turns, after he finds the ear, quickly turns dead dark, and then the deeper the movie gets, and the more things that happen in it, the darker the movie gets. And so, I mean, I encourage you to watch it. I've just gave you a wee bit about it. I don't want to go into too much with it, because, as I say, It's one of these ones you just have to sit down and, you know, enjoy. But it's more like a murder mystery type story. I really suggest to check it out. It's a really, really good movie. I personally thought, wow. And in fact, actually, one of these ones as well, because I borrowed it off of somebody, I had to run out, knowing me, and go and get the DVD when it first came out. And so, yeah, up to this point, I mean, was it just the last year or so? Maybe the last couple of years back. I think it was last year or so, or last couple of years. The Blu-ray. In fact, actually, like a few years back, they released it in Blu-ray, but they've re-released it in Blu-ray the last couple of years, and I kind of was missing footage. And I was like, well, I need to see this. And I checked it out, and there is some like lost footage in there where you can see certain things where you go, oh, once you've seen the film, you go, alright, I get that would have made sense if they stuck it in, but you know, you don't know why the director pulls it out at the time. Maybe it's for time reasons, or do you know what I mean? You don't know these things. But one thing I will tell you about this film, which I do know, and this is from Dennis Hopper, was that prior to this film, I mean, he'd done films in the past, but he had like something like maybe a good year's, I don't know if it was 10 years gap in between anything else that he'd done. Maybe even less than that. 6 years or something, I think he said, where he was actually drying out. He's trying to get off his drugs, his drink and things like that. And so actually Blue Velvet was his big comeback film. Was his film that put him back on the map, and got him big again, because he had done movies, as we all know, but he said he was getting heavy with the drink and the drugs, and he had to just kind of take a step back and come back. And so that was his big comeback film. As I say, all the characters I've seen him play after the bad guys after that film, you know, Waterworld, you know, Speed, you know, Super Mario Brothers, you know, any other ones that he's done after that, it's never been the same. You know, I think that if you've seen Blue Velvet, you know what I'm talking about. If you've not seen Blue Velvet, I really suggest you go and watch it, and you'll see how he plays that character. He's like sick, he's crazy, he's demented. It's actually a film that for the first like half an hour of the film you start to think to yourself, why am I watching this? You know, why am I even sitting watching this? Because it gets a wee bit rough. But once you pass that roughness and you start watching the rest, you'll go, right. And then I came out, I mean, once you stop the movie, you're like, it was a great movie. You know, it really is deep, but a really good movie. So, I mean, yeah, it's one really good movie that I'll always be part of my favourites, no matter what. It'll be on my top list, because I always remember where I seen it, and I'll always remember how it changed me what my viewing films and how films can be like this. You know, up to that point I'd only watched like certain movies that would be a wee bit more. I watched horror films, and I watched, you know what I mean, but this was like more dark and deep and psychologically had me going. So yeah, I mean, actually also this was a film, you know, like I said back in my first video, that Movie Madness, like Taxi Driver introduced me to the world of Martin Scorsese. Well, this was one that introduced me to the world of David Lynch. So if I hadn't seen this film, I probably wouldn't be introduced to the world of David Lynch. So I really got to give that a credit to it as well. So yeah, that's about it, guys. If you haven't seen it, I do recommend it. Get a hold of it somehow. Go buy the DVD, the Blu-ray, whatever. You go try and get it somehow. However you get movies that you can get, watch it. I do recommend it. Blue Velvet, 1986, David Lynch, and it really is good. Dennis Hopper's is something else in it. So guys, don't forget, if you like this video, subscribe. There will be more of this Movie Madness. I'm going to do it during the week kind of thing. So please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, do what you want with the video, guys. That's it for this episode of Movie Madness. Thanks guys for watching. Take care, guys.